When Sideshow Collectibles announced that they're going to be doing an animated line from Star Wars, I could not be more excited. The box is probably the smallest 6-scale figure box on the planet. It is tiny, right? It is just super, super small. In fact, shipping should have been like $3. They could have shipped this medium mail. It is super, super small, but it's okay. It means less storage for all of us in our rooms. Then we have no room for more storage. So what you get the figure, you get a cane, you get a blade, a couple accessories there, and then down here, so we got feet. Yeah, we got feet, and then we got some hands and a display stand of some kind. So I don't think the other two came with display stands. At least I don't think they did. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and get this. I haven't. I took the plastic off of them. That's pretty much all I've done. And let's see. This is a metal. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that, but okay. I guess it goes in here, and it's a something. All right, so there's some weight on there. Star Wars base. It doesn't take up any room at all. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with this. There are no instructions with this, so there's that. But it should be pretty straightforward, right? In Sideshow-like fashion, we got a bunch of hands that come with wrist pegs. We're just going to dump all these out. Get you out of here. The cane. Well, we'll get the feet out of here. And we got a blade. All right, here we go. This is everything. And the price point wasn't bad. It's sub $200 for this figure and this accessories and this tiny box. So it wasn't bad at all, but let's just see what all we got. I will tell you, let me slide all this to the side real quick, and let's just take a look at the head sculpt, because honestly, this right here, it's good. It's good. I was a little worried about the scaling of it, right? This head sculpt is humongous next to the body, right? But we're talking about animated, and honestly, it kind of looked like that, especially in the first season of Clone Wars. If you go back to that, he definitely had a ginormous head, but look at that. Paint applications look good. The nice shading going on. The expression, I think, works just fine. It's Yoda, the hair, they've got some weathering going on there, so that's not bad. It's a nice shading going on. And so that's kind of cool. And I think like the sculpt itself is spot on. I really don't see anywhere to fault this for an appearance-wise. And I said that about the previous offerings as well. Like the appearance-wise, they were 10 out of 10, right? They were great. But then the execution came down when trying to pose them, and then they just broke, which Sideshow was nice enough to send me 2 replacement bodies for both of those figures. Yeah, I haven't broke the new ones yet, so that's good. But yeah, this looks great. Look at the detail in the eyes, the ears. I think they did a fine job with that, right? Now, the question I've got here, I guess we'll kind of work our way around this. We'll get to the accessories here in just a second. The cloak, I guess, if you will. Nice material, nothing crazy, nicely detailed. You can see it's pretty clean. I don't see any weathering going on, but that's fine. And then the inner garment is pretty much, well, there's no weathering going on there at all. And that's okay. So we got this nice brown, light brown color. And it's almost like a light burgundy-ish color. You can see the color difference going on there for the waistband. And yeah, feet-wise, he's got big feet. He should not fall over. Should not fall over. Let's hope. I don't know. Let's see how sturdy this body's going to be. I'm kind of curious about that. It feels all right. It's definitely a different body. So we've got, and I don't do this on all the videos, but range of motion wise, like I feel like there's a 360 like pivot joint there, a ball joint, and the elbows, double bend on the elbows. I was not expecting that. And I probably should take this thing apart and just see what's going on underneath. I'll probably do that another time. But yeah, double bend there. That's kind of nice. Kind of dig that. Torso-ish areas, and I'm doing this because this is a brand new body, guys, so bear with me. Is there any? So you got an upper torso, a lower torso, and there's got to be a ball joint going on in there. Yeah, there's a ball joint going on. So decent amount of, I don't know. There's twist in there. I think you can get plenty of twist in there that you're going to need for posing. I don't think that's going to be too big a problem. On the hip, let's see, what can we do with this thing? Can we get that up any further? Probably could, but if it's hitting that joint in there. And what we got on the knee? What kind of bend have we got? Oh, here, hold on. All right, so here, check this out. This is why we're not getting a lot of bend out of this knee. There's padding. I'm trying to show this to you. Sorry, Yoda. I know this is somewhat rude, but there's some padding going on there that is hindering the knee articulation. But check out the sculpt. I wasn't expecting that either. So nice sculpted calves. It's interesting. I mean, it's not painted to match, as you can see, high gloss versus matte. That's fine, but you got a little bit of restriction there based on that padding. And yeah, I think it'll do pretty much anything you want him to do. Let's see what it comes with. We got 2 extra feet we can switch out. Paint applications look just fine on these guys. So yeah, these are more arched, jumping, flipping Jedi flip thing feet. That kind of got going on there. It's not gonna do anything crazy with that. Hands wise, looks like we got some relaxed hands that come on the figure, and then we've got some cane and saber holding hands. That's a specific cane hand, I'm pretty sure, the way that one's shaped. So it's got to be. Let's see if I can do this right. Yeah, it's got to be specifically for the cane, right? Nice paints. Nice paint applications on all these. I think they did just fine on the animated style. I have no complaints about that at all. And then we got some using force hands. I'm going to call it that, right? Kind of dig those too. The saber itself, typical fashion, just like we saw with the previous offerings on these guys, we have the pointed tip right there. You can kind of see that, right? Nice green, yellowish effect going on here. And the question I've got is, does this come out? I don't know. And I'm questioning if this comes off the hilt because of the way this is attached to this little silver part. And I don't know the answer to that, but let's see. There's no instructions that tell me not to do this. However, I will tell you that doesn't really want to come out. Yeah, like that light up feature does not, or it doesn't light up, but you get the idea. That does not want to come out at all. Paint applications wise, I mean, it's pretty non-existent. There's some, it's just plastic silver, whatever. And then the cane, again, with the animated style, looks all right. The question I've got, is if you already have this guy, totally different world, right? Get these guys out of here. Totally different world from this guy. Like, which one would you like? This is obviously, I mean, look at the size difference. It's considerable size difference. This guy's animated, ginormous, and just ridiculous size head versus this guy, which is obviously based on film. And if you like the animated style, right, or the realistic style, I don't think there's a right or wrong. Obviously, you love Clone Wars, that works there. But what do you guys say? Let me know in the comment section down below. The tunic-wise, they both look pretty good. Obviously, this one's going to be, the Hot Toys one's going to be more realistic. This is going to be more animated. I think that's a gimme. But does the size of this ginormous head, does that bother you? Would that stop you from picking this up? I mean, here's the feet as well. Right? So it's definitely a larger scaled individual. But honestly, it does look pretty good. Now, I don't usually handhold these sections of video, but this guy's so small, I feel like we could make that work for this time and give you a little different perspective on what's going on with this fella. Number one, he looks fantastic. I think they absolutely nailed the animation style. I think he looks beautiful. I mean, I don't know what else you could possibly want out of an animated inspired Yoda. Like it looks quite good. Looking right here, it's really, really nice. The weathering on the tunic or the cloak is non-existent. It's like a linen material. I guess it is linen, and it looks pretty good. The head sculpt, I think it's on point. I think the posability's fine. The eyes, I think they nailed that really well. And then if you want to get like super, super detailed, like even in, I don't know how it's going to show here, but the forearms are actually textured, which I thought was interesting. And that was an interesting touch for them to go ahead and make that happen. But I think they absolutely nailed it. And if you have them in just this pose works for me. On the shelf, I have no complaints about this whatsoever. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. It's a slight wire in the cloak right there. I probably could fix that a little bit. The flight pole, I guess, if you will, I haven't broke that out yet. But honestly, I've just enjoyed just checking this guy out. And I wish the other ones, you know, were as awesome as this. Before we change up the poses, I figured you might want to see the Yoda side by side with his Hot Toys counterpart, you know, against a non-white background. You guys can see what's going on here. The likeness on the Hot Toys one, undeniably lifelike. The one on the Sideshow one, undeniably animated. Both of them look fantastic. I like both. I'm glad I have both. But that's what they look like side by side. Obviously, the animal one has an overstated, exaggerated size of head. The body is larger, the feet, hands larger. Yeah, everything else seems pretty good. Keeping with that pose, but adding the other two releases from the lineup from Sideshow. They look quite good together. And, you know, I have high hopes for the Cad Bane whenever it actually starts shipping. And the Ahsoka, honestly, I'm quite afraid of. The Ahsoka looks, you know, in my opinion, it looks scary. But I'm hoping, you know, if she turns out as well as these have looked like just right here on the shelf, there's no denying that the appearance is on point with the whole set. Now, I do have issues with this one. Even though this is a brand new body, the joints are loose, the hips loose. He doesn't really want to do a whole lot. Kenobi's body ended up being much better. But these guys right here looking just like this, pretty damn good. So I switched out the hand over here. We got a little force gesturing hand. We got old Master Yoda looking off to his right. And posability-wise, he'll pretty much do whatever you want. A little bit of limited restrictions, I guess, in the joints. You got the padding underneath. I think I can work with that. I'm not too upset about that because of just the appearance of this guy. So, you know, I believe this guy's waitlisted. I think he is. We'll Sideshow make another batch of them and, you know, keep producing this lineup. Oh, sorry, focus there. I hope so. That way you guys can pick this guy up. Not terribly expensive. Shipping was very cheap because it's so small. And honestly, it looks pretty flippin' good. I'm a fan of this one, guys. I'm a little apprehensive about the Ahsoka. We'll see how that one turns out. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be. But this one, this is a win. 100% a win. So good job, Sideshow, on this one. And hey, I'll give props where props is due, right? If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Now is a great time to do that. I have a huge posing video coming for you guys. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on this Yoda. Did you pick him up? Did you miss out? Are you happy about it or sad? Let me know. As always, click what you like. See you next time.